Sup people, Zergard here again, continuing my Let's Play of Alien vs. Predator 2010. Of course, continuing my playthrough of the Marine mission. This time we're going into the jungle. Shit. As usual, playing on normal difficulty. I actually don't have any negative or positive opinions of the jungle level. It's just the jungle level.
Refinery West exit sealed. Lockdown in place.
This is the first level. That happens. There's the Predator. You can shoot at him, but it doesn't do anything.
Hey, Rookie, I thought I'd lost you back there. I'm riding shotgun in the I can't get a lock on your location.
There's an audio diary up here. I already picked it up because I recorded this level earlier.
Power it up and stay nearby.
There's that flamethrower thing. This level. There's that guy. He sounds like my uncle, actually, believe it or not, which annoys me because I don't really like my uncle. Oh, and I pray he never watches any of my videos because that would just be weird. By the way, you can't save him. No matter how hard you try. That's, I believe, a scripted sequence. As you can see by me attempting to shoot the Xenomorph and failing spectacularly. So this is a new weapon. It's the M4 2C scope rifle. It's pretty awesome. The way it works is whenever you aim down the sights, it activates the scope, and the scope is designed to pick up the specific signature that Xenomorphs make. Actually, I think it might just be a thermal scope. I don't know if it's specifically keyed toward the Xenomorphs. It might be because the way these guys work is they kind of dissipate behind ground because apparently the Xenomorphs don't necessarily follow the same laws of physics or physiology as any person or creature for that matter. Excuse me. Xenomorphs tend to live in their own logic of reason. Well, not even logic. More like they tend to exist in a realm that's not necessarily physically possible for a creature. I mean, their main propagational way is to attach something to the face of another being that'll then create another being that'll burst out of its chest, killing it, and then it'll take the genetic material of whatever it face hugged to make a new Xenomorph. Like, these things are, I believe, the results of Xenomorphs coming into contact with canines. So Xenomorphs tend to do whatever they want. Those could just be another one of the human looking ones. I'm not sure. I know they do have specific Xenomorphs that if they come in contact with canines, they have all sorts of different things. The weird thing about the Xenomorphs is that they don't have to follow the realm of physics. They just exist. Like, and this is completely true. Aliens, believe it or not, had a toy line. If anyone has ever watched the Nostalgia Critic nostalgia commercials review, he'll mention, you know, the Aliens toy line. And actually, the Aliens toy line mentions something that happened, that kind of actually did happen in the comics. In one of the AVP comics, it could just be an Alien comic, I'm not entirely sure. They did create, there are artificial xenomorphs. They can talk. They use them as infiltration units to get inside, what you call it, xenomorph hives, without having to send humans in them. Because why risk humans to go after some xenomorphs when you can send a robot to do it that can talk? And yes, this is a real thing. Look it up. It exists.
4, 3, 2. Look up, rookie. Time to hitch that ride home.
Shit! We are taking fire! We are taking fire! Can't see the shooter. Who the fuck is firing down there?
Me! Just kidding. I'm not firing at you. The Predator is firing at you.
We're hit! We're hit! Mayday! Going down! Right!
Dun 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 dun. I'm laughing at people's deaths. That's morbid. I don't really, there's not much to say. I played this level before. That's me freaking out. Because, oh, they're randomly placed. Facehuggers. Gotta love them. Gotta love them. And by love them, I mean I hate every single one of them, and I hope they all die horrible, painful deaths. I hope they get no Christmas visits. I hope they get no birthday presents, and I hope their family hates them, and I hope that everything that they ever do and will ever try to accomplish fails. And I hope that when it tries to get it, I hope that the facehugger and the xenomorph that spawns from it, when it tries to get its doctoral dissertation, I hope that it's plagiarized and everyone makes fun of them for it. Now I'm just mostly referencing what I'm trying to do. Except these guys aren't trying to get a doctorate in history. I am, though. As you can see, I'm calmly just walking around shooting a bunch of aliens because there's nothing really else to do. This is actually the shortest level, I think, in the game. I'm not even using the scope. I'm just that pro. You hear that, Xenomorph? You're a scrub. That's a lie. I actually suck at most video games. This level is actually rather an exception.
Private, you don't know me, but I have a proposal for you. If you help me, I will get you.
You know
to
what
your
I
friend.
noticed? This,
My name is
Colonial Marines kind of reminds me of a specific
the
group,
designated
and that no.
that I retrieve the data contained within the main building up ahead. I need you to find the power.
Where'd it go?
And use it to bring the servers in the control.
Hey, that actually caught me off guard. There's multiple power nodes. This is the one I don't usually grab this one. There's another one in this area.
Take the power node to the control building. I've marked it on your HUD.
In it, you can put them down. There's really no reason to put them down except for...
Please, take the power node inside the control building.
I heard you the first time, dumbass.
The building has power. Move and bring the network online.
But the Colonial Marines kind of reminds me of XCOM a bit. The only difference is, while XCOM members, they tend to die in droves, for the most part, XCOM isn't like doing that. Well, they send them to die intentionally, but like, they're not like the Colonial Marines where half the time the deaths are completely preventable, and the only reason... There's the Predator. I'm naming him Chuck. Chuck the Predator. Relative of Jerry the Predator. And if anyone gets that reference, I applaud you.
Thank you. I have access to files I need. This is it.
Both of them are hated, very much hated by Uncle Phil. That's another reference that no one is, let's say... I'm not entirely sure if he can kill you. You can't kill him at this instance.
Get out
It's...
of there, Private.
But that's the first time you get to actively try to fight the Predator. He does become a boss, I think, in the next level. Or it could be the level after that, I'm not sure. But like I said, this is a short level. I'm actually almost done with it. We're about to reach the end of the end point at this right now.
It concerns Carl Bishop Wayland, one of the directors of the Wayland-Yutani Corporation. Mr. Wayland has always had a secret agenda here.
No shit, Sherlock. Secret agendas with Weyland-Yutani go together like peanut butter and jelly. That's like saying, I have a very stupid voice, or I'm black. It's obvious. Weyland-Yutani and secret agendas, you might as well just say, Weyland-Yutani has no secret agendas, it's just Weyland-Yutani being Weyland-Yutani. Now that may sound like I'm extrapolating a bit, but no, I'm not kidding you when I say that. For the most part, Weyland-Yutani tends to run on the idea that so long as nobody knows what the hell it's doing, it can get away with anything. But I mean, half the time, you might as well just expect it. But back to the Colonial Marines. But they're like XCOM a bit. Except for with XCOM, the people who they're working for usually don't end up betraying them. Like, at this point, I imagine that the Colonial Marines probably has in their handbooks, expect betrayal by your commanding officer, your NCO, your fellow soldier. Heck, expect betrayal by yourself, because guess what? They can clone people in this universe. Heck, they spent like several years in the third Alien movies trying to clone Ripley because she's such a badass at alien killing. Heck, her entire family are nothing but badass aliens killers. If alien isolation is anything to go by. That was me almost dying. Now, here comes the part I hate the most in this level. You're about to be introduced into a new enemy. There's two enemies that are introduced this level. The acid-spitting Xenomorph. And, you'll see them in a bit. Remember how I said Weyland-Yutani has a lot of bullshit going on with it? This is them. These are androids. Or cyborgs or something. Ah! By the way, that was me doing a dead check. And he just killed me. Yeah, those guys will kill you fairly quickly and without discrimination. they're actually probably the most annoying enemies in this game because the way they work is their bodies are the most protected part of them, which if anyone who's ever gone through Marine training knows, you always aim for the center of mass, which is the chest and the body and everything, because that usually is the most amount of areas you can hit. But these guys are designed to specifically avoid that little bit of information. Yeah, these guys, like I said, they're designed to not be vulnerable in the chest area. Because apparently Weyland Yutani expected people to always be the center of mass shots. Although, I guess when you have a clause for every foreseeable
There
event...
are more ahead. Aim for the limbs. Their bodies are more heavily armored.
Also, thing to worry about with them, every time they die, they do this weird EMP thing. I know she said not to aim for the bodies, but that's... that's probably the easiest place to hit. That's the EMP thing I was telling you about. Don't aim for the head, because headshots don't kill them.
The tunnel has collapsed. We have suffered greatly from seismic activity in this area. Look for a way past the debris.
Well, alley-oop. That concludes this level. I got the captain rating again. So, that's the end of this. I'll see you guys next time.